La D&D. Ah, the Quasit. These tiny devils infest the lower planes, often used by their higher-ups to perform special covert missions such as delivering messages or spying on the enemy. And there is a good reason why they're chosen for these tasks. These little devils can transform into and out of animal shapes at will, meaning they can take the shape of a bat, a toad, or even a centipede pretty much whenever they feel like it. And something else they can do whenever they feel like is turning invisible. Yes, these challenge rating 1 monsters can morph into and out of animal shapes and turn invisible at will. And that is really what makes these guys such ideal agents for espionage and spying. But that's not to say that combat is off the table. Now, although the Quasit would prefer stealth and trickery, if you back these nasty little guys into a corner, they do come equipped with poison claws and the ability to frighten a target once per day. And this is what, again, makes them so good at the job of espionage and infiltration. Now, for all you DMs out there, when it comes to playing the Quasit, you can speak both Abyssal and Common. And like I was mentioning earlier, since you can pop in and out of invisibility and morph into various animal shapes at will, this makes you the ideal candidate for delivering messages, spying on the enemy, or infiltrating the enemy base. What this means is the Quasit's stat block, coupled with all of its other abilities, can make this creature a very, very annoying target for low-level party members. And that's why, as a DM, something I like to do is make these little guys high risk, high reward. Since they're so difficult to catch, if somehow they manage to get a hold of one of them, I make sure that the Quasits come equipped with valuable information to either nearby treasure or whoever sent them in some way to progress the storyline. It's really up to you how you decide to use them, but just a word of warning, since these guys are so difficult and annoying to catch, when your players do catch them, just expect them to go full murder hobo mode on the interrogation.
Where are they? Where are they?
Now, when it comes to combat, you are about to see what makes these little guys so annoying. Generally, what I do is I seek out the wizard or whoever is squishy in the backline. I am invisible, and I make an attack from advantage with my poison claws on that squishy target. Usually, they get poisoned, and then what I do is I latch on to their back. Since I'm a tiny creature, I can spend my turn in their space without any repercussions. So what that means is any players that are front-facing whoever I've latched onto, that gives me full cover. And any other players that can directly see me from behind whoever I've latched onto, I would still have 2/3 cover if I'm latched onto a medium creature, or half cover if I'm latched onto a small creature. And this is really what makes combat so annoying with these guys. Generally, someone comes and tries to pry the Quasit off, but everyone's spending actions trying not to hit the guy that I'm latched onto. And if I somehow make it to the next round while still latched onto the same guy, I can turn invisible and do it all over to another person, and eventually and slowly poison the entire party using hit and run tactics. Now, for all you players out there, how to deal with the Quasit, something I like to do is train a small pet like a rat or a canary or some animal with a keen sense of smell to sniff them out. If your DM is generous, then you can sniff out all devils or all fiends, which is really useful. Or they'll specify that it can only sniff out the Quasit, but nonetheless, you'll know when they're around. Now, since the Quasits aren't very smart, you can use deception, intimidation, or even persuasion to try and get them out of invisibility or coerce them into some sort of devil deal. And when it comes to combat, caltrops, ball bearings, and flour are your best friend. The caltrops will stop the Quasit in its tracks, ball bearings will make it fall over, and flour is just useful in general in D&D. If you carry around a bag of flour, let's say in a bag of holding or an extra dimensional pocket, you can literally just pull it out, throw it in the air, and see what it sticks to. This isn't just for Quasits, this is pretty much for anything and everything that is invisible. Another big weakness for the Quasit is grappling. If you can grapple and eventually restrain the Quasit, it is useless. If it turns invisible, if it animal morphs, it really doesn't matter because, well, it's not going anywhere. And finally, probably the best way to damage the Quasit is with area of effect spells or auto hit spells. But then again, that is pretty much good for damaging anything. Anyways, this was Yanogu's Quasit, which is number 1 out of 45 in the Descent into Avernus Minis box set. I really hope you all enjoyed this video and found it valuable in one way or another. I'm going to be making plenty more of these videos and hopefully getting the whole box set done. I am the Misinformed Bard, and I look forward to seeing you here next time on... follow me on the social media stuff.